St. Peter's Peacocks.
Who? What?
The
Final
Jersey
four.
City St. Peter's Peacocks almost made it to the final. Well, they didn't almost make it to the final four, but they made it to the Elite Eight. The
Mm.
first time a 15th seed team has made it that far in the NCAA. So they made history. Here in Jersey City, everyone was going completely insane because
Really?
no one has ever heard of St. Peter's.
Yeah.
They're not a team that you even talk about when you talk about NCAA. So for them to get as far as they got, it was a Cinderella story.
Mm.
Um,
Were
so
Were you
yeah,
rooting for them?
of course, yeah, I was definitely rooting for them. I mean, I'm not an NCAA guy,
Yeah.
Me
but
neither.
I get why it's so exciting. I get why March Madness is like such a thing. Um, you got these young players; they're playing their heart out. They it's kind of like who can just go the hardest. Sometimes it's not even about who is better. It's just about who wants it more.
Hmm.
And yeah, and NCAA is fun. I'm actually
It
trying to
is. It is.
pull up the women's game now. But yeah. So to see a team in the small Jersey City, small town, a team that almost no one has even heard of make it that far, it was
How
pretty
far
good.
did they get?
They
I,
got
I
they got to the Elite Eight. Had they won yesterday, they would have made it to the Final Four.
wow.
Yeah, so they beat Purdue. They beat all these like teams who are like ranked way higher. They're beating teams with like almost like 20-point spreads.
Really? Holy crap.
Yeah, yeah, like they're overcoming like huge spreads. And they were just doing really well. But eventually they got way further than anyone thought they would get. So props to them.
Mm.
Props to the Peacocks.
Honestly, I just have not been watching much this year. I just
I mean,
too
I
too much
usually
shit
I
going
usually
on.
don't really go. I usually don't really go hard with the NCAA. Just this year was special. So I had to I had to tune in. I had to tune in. But
Well,
yeah, guys, we're gonna try our best not to talk about the slap heard around the world. Um, I'm sure everyone is tired of talking about
Oh
that
no, they're not.
situation.
can we talk
Don't
about
get me.
the
Let's
the
get
three
started and
beats
get those
later
over with.
tweet that got 33,000 likes?
So what? 30.
That was dope, though. By the way,
So wait, you put that together, Cheeky?
Yeah.
the Batman.
But because I've seen
Yeah.
other people, I've seen
That
I've
was
seen other
dope.
people do it. I've seen
Well,
other
they
people
they
do it.
probably have. I mean, it's very like we could even on the thread there was like the Japanese version of the slap
Hmm.
yesterday,
Right, right.
and some dude just took a still of the slap, like really good close up. And then
Right.
I was like, yo, that is the Batman meme. So I just like put them side by side. That's all. And I just responded to it.
Wow.
And then after that, like obviously then like I don't know if maybe I was like quick with it, but then like after that, everybody was like coming
Yeah.
on and liking it and shit. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I came here to post this. And then they saw this. But
Yeah.
on that thread, there's other people like after that who just kept adding to it. Did you see this one? Someone on the same thread. Here, let me share my screen really quick.
And one of my favorites is "Everybody Hates
Oh
Chris."
yeah. That was a good
I
one.
was like, "Damn,
See, this is all the thread. It's like starts with the actual clip,
brothers is
the slap,
ham, boy."
our post, and then somebody went and actually made like a vector out of it, which is pretty sweet. This is sweet too.
Yeah. And they use the like
I
art
almost look like
style
Mike Tyson Punch Out.
of the Robin, the Batman Robin.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow. Yeah, that's yeah, man.
What a night.
What a night. What a night. What a moment. And then there's so many like other crazy things like winning the Oscar after you
I
did
know,
that is
man.
also extremely strange, just bizarre. And then I was just talking to my wife. For one, you and I were talking about Dune and how Dune like won all those awards, didn't win Best Picture, which really surprised me. And then also Denis Villeneuve was not nominated as best director. So that was super strange to me.
Mm,
And then I don't know if you guys have seen this documentary by Questlove, the Summer of Soul documentary,
no.
but it's about they call it Black Woodstock, but it's
Mm-hmm.
essentially it was a summer festival series that happened the year of Woodstock that was in Harlem, and it was everyone. It was like Stevie Wonder, BB King,
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin, Sly and the Family Stone, just killing it. And the footage hadn't been seen for 50 years. So Questlove put the footage together and made a documentary. I think it's on Hulu. I want to say it's great. It's
Oh
fantastic.
wow.
I've watched it twice already, and that
Okay.
and that and that won for best documentary last night at the Oscars.
Wow.
And that was the award that Chris Rock was going to announce right before Will Smith smacked him.
Yeah,
So
it says
it's
he's in the cast.
right. So it's interesting that Questlove like wins this documentary Oscar and is overshadowed by the slap that was heard around the world. But I highly recommend if y'all got an hour or whatever to kill as musicians, throw on the Summer of Soul documentary. I
Nina
want to say it's
Simone,
on Hulu. It's
Pretty
it's it's
good.
just a
BB
yo,
King.
yeah, it's just a dope. It's like the documentary not only looks at all the performers and just breaks down like where they were at the time,
Mm-hmm.
but just where America was at the time because
It's like
you got Woodstock coming. Martin Luther King had just been assassinated. That we just landed on the moon.
yeah.
So there's all this crazy stuff. Like 1969 was a crazy year in America,
It's
and
1969 is a very important year. People don't really
super
understand
important
how
year. And
important 1969 is.
and to have all that crazy stuff happening, and then you have all this amazing music, and then the whole thing is that this whole concert series got overshadowed by Woodstock. Like no one wanted to invest in it and promote it because they were like, oh, it's just a bunch of black artists. And
Yeah,
then
in
the
Harlem.
the Stevie Wonder was 19 years old, so
Yep.
some of the best artists there weren't even at their peak. What's her name? Gladys Knight
Gladys
performed,
Knight.
and she was very young, so she wasn't even at her like peak either. So and Sly and the Family Stone, I think they were
Yep.
only like one album in or something like that.
Wow.
So like no one really like understood the magnitude of these artists in the legendary performances. So yeah, it's I think Cheeky, I think you'd appreciate it a lot too.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
good,
dope.
it's a good doc to watch.
You know what? I remember seeing like a trailer for it, maybe before it came out, but I never followed up or saw it. So yeah, this is on the list now for sure. Okay. Summer of Soul.
Definitely good.
Yeah, man, all those artists too. I saw Nina Simone on there, BB King. Here we go.
Oh yeah, Nina Simone's performance was
Stevie Wonder.
breathtaking.
Awesome. And then Questlove is doing like narration and stuff like that too, or no?
He actually doesn't do the narration. Yeah, I mean he asks you could hear him asking a couple questions, but yeah, he's not even in the doc actually. He's just
Yeah.
all
Oh, really?
background.
Oh, wow. Okay, put it on the list. Put it on the list. So we let's give a quick welcome here to the folks who are watching. So what's up, everybody?
Shout out Jason Stark.
Jason Stark is in the stream, in the chat. What's up, Jason Stark?
Jason Stark.
He says it's Notorious VST.
Notorious VST.
Jason Stark.
Oh, look, MP is his camera's on right now. So we got a couple announcements. Number one, thank you for rocking with us. We had an interesting week. We keep having interesting weeks, and this one is no different. I got COVID, and that kind of, I know we're not supposed to be doing disclaimers over here, but that's a big disclaimer this week for me. I screwed up my whole world for this week, and I'm still kind of getting through some of that stuff. So feeling good right now.
You look and you sound pretty good, all
Thank
things
you.
considered.
Thank you. Yeah, man, it started off feeling like allergies, man. I was like, oh, here we go. Allergies are coming back because I usually get them in April. And then I was supposed to have family this weekend come through, and I was like, you know what? Let me go get a test really quick, because I can't afford to have family come through while I, have COVID. So, and I took like an at-home test the day before, but when I went to the clinic, they were like, "Yeah, you got it." So
Are they able to tell you like what strain?
Like what flavor?
Yeah, no, right.
What flavor?
No, they don't. I heard that they only I gotta change my name here. They only like sequence it and then report that to like the county and the state, so the state understands like what level or what flavor of COVID you got, like so they could kind of like alert the CDC and be like, yeah, Omicron is more prevalent now or whatever.
Mhm.
So I don't think they tell you; they just say like yes or no to you, and then internally they have to like do something else with your sample to figure out like what the flavor is. So anyways, that really screwed up the week for beat making for me. What has everyone else been dealing with? E is not here today. He's super busy as well. So Grim, what are you dealing with this week?
I'm just busy, man. Just organizing some things in the house, and some things together. So a little occupied with that this week.
And P, what's good in your world?
Yeah, I got the little one, still adjusting to fatherhood. Working very intensely on my graphic novel stuff. Hopefully gonna be launching some of that stuff soon. So yeah.
Yeah, we
Stay
keep
tuned.
we keep getting teasers from you. Anything that you're able to announce yet?
Yeah, not really. Man, like I should be posting a lot more, but my whole thing is that when I next time I start really promoting things, it's gonna be like very close to the release date. Like I I I've actually been in conversation with some reached out to me about working with them, and actually I have a huge announcement, honestly, but I can't say it because it's not 100% guaranteed.
Okay.
So until I get that guarantee, I don't wanna jinx it. But
Okay.
I have a couple things on the comic book graphic novel front that might be really huge if they happen. So yeah, and ultimately, even though I've had to spend a lot of my creative time on this stuff, if all this stuff happens and it goes the way I want to go, it'll only make my ability to make music and sell music even easier. So
Oh,
it'll
okay.
all come back to the music. I'm trying to quit my day job within a year. That's the main plan.
Ah,
So I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get this
I like
bread.
I like I like the
Reddington.
progression of not even hiding that online to the world.
Yep.
you ready to quit today? So when you gonna start this piece so featuring three beats later project?
I mean that's all part of my that's all part of my dream, man. I mean, as you guys know, as fathers, we don't have as much time, but like if I can situate my positioning, then I would love to start working on this project, this piece. So I still owe the Notorious VST an album according to
Yeah.
a bet that we made. So yeah, I'm I just I'm you know what? I just been realizing, man, just when it comes to music, especially as an artist, you just gotta come to it when it makes sense to you, man. Like I know a
That's true.
rapper, shout out my boy Fresh Daily. He just put out a new album, and I want to say it's the first album he's done in 8 years. He had to do some things with his life. He moved to the West Coast, got a new job, did all this different stuff, and then came back to music, and now he's just rocking out with it. He took an 8 year break, so I'm just like, man, this whole idea that you consistently have to put stuff out, it's not for me. It doesn't work for me. I know some artists work very well that way.
Yeah.
For me, it's the timing just hasn't been on for me recently. But I'm still. I mean, I was in the studio in January, so I got records. I got
Yeah.
stuff, but it's gonna happen in a good time. What about you? What about you, Cheek? I know you said you was gigging again. Are you working on any new stuff with your constituents?
No, we've kind of just become like So just for everybody, in case you don't know, yeah, I play music with a band based out of the DMV area. We're kind of just one of those groups that just we've been playing together for a long time, and we kind of hit this really, really sweet spot, I would say, where we kind of get called by um kind of like local festivals pretty often and really big like outdoor community gatherings pretty often.
Mhm.
So every gig, the money is like really good, like for a local musician. You know what I mean? It's
And
like,
also, and also, if you're saying they're local, you're not really dealing with all of the road the road crap.
right. Like we, like for instance, the most road stuff that we did, and I'm talking about like local band money. Like it's like, it's good for that extra change in your pocket. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I'm not talking about thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm talking about we play, there was a time where we played like 30 gigs in a year. It was a lot of gigging. And now
Mhm.
we're kind of like, obviously COVID put a big damper on that, but now we're probably
Mhm.
doing I don't know, anywhere from like 15 gigs in that range, 15 to like low 20s.
And
Um
you're still keeping it local for the most part.
yeah, it's if anything, the DMV area is pretty unique because
Right, right. Because there's a lot in a small area.
exactly. Like we could play DC, we could play out into Maryland towards Baltimore, we could play
All about.
wherever in like Northern Virginia. We just played a gig in Delaware, so we drove like 2.5 hours away, kind of. So Delaware's not that far from DC and Maryland.
I
So
mean
they have like
that gives you a pretty big like radius. If you're talking about like
Yeah.
2.5 hours, like you can hit a lot of different areas in that space.
yeah, man. And it's like, so we don't do that often, but it's like it's just a gigging band situation. We have some music online from like way long time ago. We recorded something. Then we recorded like 4 years ago. We have all these tracks that just got finished because we've been really taking our time on it. But I think what we're gonna do and where I want to push the band to go to next is like we're kind of building our home studios and everybody's getting to a point where we have the ability to record from home and we're getting way better at mixing and stuff like that. I
Mhm.
think I want to really go down this lane that we keep talking about, of like the whole like sync licensing lane and stuff like that. Because I keep listening to artists who are sharing information like on Clubhouse and stuff like that. And some artists just explain how like the path that they took was they got heavily involved in putting their music on like music libraries and stuff like that. If they're artists, like a true artist, like P, you could do this. You could take your whole collection and just make it available online. And once their songs kind of got picked up by certain TV shows and stuff like that, they saw a huge kick in like their audience online. So I think that that's kind of like a strategy I want to try to explore. And what that would mean is that as a band, we would get together and we would record music kind of like almost purposefully for a certain style, right? Or a certain like end use, I guess you could say, and try to make connections to like put our music out there. And the reason I think that we might have a good chance at stuff like that is because the music that we make is really weird. It's like we take um we take like a lot of different musical genres and we blend them together. So we kind of play in this like weird fusion band. And
Mhm.
it's totally crazy. Like we have like a tin whistle player, we have a violin player, we have me playing guitar, we have a bass player and a drummer, and our singer plays like all this different percussion and stuff like that. And our tin
Mhm.
whistle player plays the trumpet too. So it's like a really weird vibe, at least on paper. And then when you hear us live, you're like, oh wow, this is cool. And I
Mhm.
think that that would kind of be like really a unique sound, in order to kind of like venture down a different road, like where we're producing music for not ourselves necessarily, but kind of like to make it available to people who might want to use it. So that's like the next step for what I think we're going to do. Cause we did like an intro album, we did like our sophomore album where we explored different like, sounds and stuff like that. Now I want to like go into the home studio realm instead of like a studio and kind of like produce things a little bit more, like overproduce it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of what we record is like the violin, you know what I mean? Like really dry and like just adding reverb and not doing anything crazy with it. Like I want to do crazy stuff with it now. I want to kind of like start overproducing our sound, and then also instead of making music for ourselves and for like the 0 fans that we have, like I want to try to make it for like a purpose because it's such a unique sound. It's like totally wild. But yeah, and you know, I don't know. It's like right now we're just gigging, and I think soon we're gonna be like, all right, what should we do? You know what I mean? Because I think people are getting ready to do something.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how the music industry completely responds to a post-COVID world. I see a lot of people are starting to gig again, just like you said. I see a lot of people just trying to get out there, but it's the music industry to me is such a mystery, and it always changes so rapidly. Um, for me, it's like, man, I just want to stay home and make music. Like I think I love that feeling of doing the show. And I still remember like the last show I did like a couple of years ago before
Yeah.
how great I felt just performing. But
Wait. Speaking to the mic, you're fading over there.
can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I just remember how great I felt just performing. And yeah, I still plan on getting out there like eventually, but I guess I'm just not in a rush. I'm just trying to see. I'm really trying to get into this what do you call it? Passive income bag,
Yes.
which is kind of like what you're talking about with the music sync, like licensing, sync,
yeah,
and stuff. So yeah, man. I mean, I'm here for y'all. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this, but I'm just trying to reevaluate how this can work for me.
Yeah.
When how far away are we from hearing some of these big announcements?
I mean, one announcement I'm just waiting for an email. I'll just put it like this. There is a prominent graphic novel company that reached out to me out of the blue. And this particular company does comics and graphic novels with musicians and actors. So I can't even say who they've worked with because that's just
yeah. Don't give too much away.
But like, okay, this is somebody who they haven't worked with. Let's say Busta Rhymes wanted to do a comic book, a graphic novel. This would be the company that would do that. They specialize in that type of stuff. And they reached out to me about a particular actor who wants to do a comic graphic novel, and they asked me, hey, would you be interested in writing this? And I was like, hell to the yes. So I sent him over a bunch of writing samples, and if he likes my work, then I would be doing that real soon. So that's just a matter of that might be his next show.
Oh man,
my own personal stuff. I was gearing up to probably start doing a Kickstarter in like June-ish. And just like promoting the heck out of my stuff, and then you'd be able to buy my comics or my graphic novel as early as July. And I have 3 graphic novels, so that's what's taking me so long. Is that I have 3 separate intellectual properties that I'm launching. So it's just a big ton of work, So, but we'll get there.
Well, I have I'm rooting for you. I'm hoping that email comes through, man. We want a big announcement next week.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping too, man. I'm hoping
Sure.
I do have another announcement. Let's do this really quick too. So,
all right.
One second. Okay, you ready? Excuse me. Here we go. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah.
What does this say right here? It says follow the author.
Oh yeah.
Right. What? The
Big
author
to the notorious VST.
Look at this man right here.
VST. like he's about to say VST.
Look at this. Look at this man right here. Well, we got a big announcement. This is why E has been pretty busy. I'm gonna zoom out because host the show, Emery Education Beats, he just dropped a book. So you can go online right now and you can actually order this. It's called How I Lost My Mind and Why I'm Glad I Did. So yeah, this is released right now, right? Yeah. Oh wow, that's sick. So this is a story told by E. Let's look at the back here. A story told by E. Here we go. For anyone, I wrote this book for anyone who has ever been viewed as or called different or strange. For every boy or girl that became an adult without the proper tools or positive influences to help them navigate some of the most difficult times, experiences, and decisions of their lives. Yo, here you go. For every boy or girl that is not coming of age, is now coming of age without the guidance to make decisions that could change the course of their future.
Yes.
For every woman raising a young boy, young man without the help of their father or positive men in their community. You are not alone. You are not broken. You are not just like your father. You are good enough. Young man slash young woman, your life is worth more than all the gold in all the lands. You do not know it yet, but together we are about to change some lives. We are about to encourage some people to lose their minds. You are incredible. You got this. Now, let me tell you about how I lost my mind and why I'm glad I did. E by Education Beats. Yo, E dropped a book. How crazy is that, huh?
Props to E. Props to E for not even telling us that he was working on this. And then like, yo, I did a thing. They're like, well, what did you do? He's like, yeah, I wrote a book, and I'm like, what? I have to purchase this. I got to get around to copies, and showing my support. So big props to Big E.
I think I'm on the pre-order list. So, because I remember E sent something back like a month or two ago. He was like, "Yo, get your hands on this before it drops."
Yeah, I mean, that is really dope. I mean, as someone who's working on some literature himself, it's not easy getting a book out there. So, heavy props to E.
Yes.
And, yeah, I can't wait to check it out, man.
There you go. Just go to Amazon, go to the book section. You can get it in paperback. Type in How I Lost My Mind and Why I'm Glad I Did, and you will be able to support E in his endeavor as an author. Yeah, yo, if you order this right now, you get it in I'll get it by March 30th. Perfect. Cool. Another big announcement. So as you can see, the 3PL crew, we're dealing with a lot and we are busy. And because of that, I think does anyone have any music to share today?
I mean,
we have bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces, like a starter kit. There's nothing really, some ideas.
I could so I think what we could do, and I don't know if everyone feels like this is a good idea, but we could push this week's challenge to next week, because I just have I was just kind of jamming and I had a couple ideas, but then COVID knocked me out. So
well, I would love to listen to the ideas.
Yeah, I could play them. I could play them.
I could play the rough ones, the rough idea.
And Grim, yeah, you got an idea too, right?
Yeah, I have. I have. I'll share and let you hear what I was able to start with. Actually, I was playing with something yesterday, but
but what
so many other things that just try to put it as much as possible. But I can definitely play the idea that I have.
Okay, I could pull up mine too. Because I think
it's funny because I wanted you to play the guitar for this one too, man. I don't think
really?
I don't think I wanted to. I didn't really want to go hip hop. I was really trying to dig into the idea of how anime is, the beats is broken down with anime songs, because it's especially for intros, it's almost 3 different beats. in one intro.
You know what? I might send you this too. What I was jamming on. If I was smart enough, if my brain was working this week, I would have just sent this to you. But how about this? I'll play my idea. Grim, you play your idea, and then I do have more music to play because since the first time that we played some of the flute stuff, I have some more flute tracks to play too. So yeah. So here's me like fiddling around on the guitar. I did kind of like, I had an idea of like a riff, and then it really didn't work. And then I came back and I just started kind of playing different chord progressions, and I was like, okay, cool, this chord progression might work. But there's no drums or anything like that. It's really just all me noodling around on the guitar. So you're gonna have to bear with me on this, everybody. But this could be a potential collab because I might be able to just throw this over to Grim or somebody whoever wants it. Here we go. There's like no mixing either. I was thinking like maybe this could be a riff, and then there's the metronome. But then I was like, nah, I don't know. That's kind of corny.
That riff, man. I started like 3-4 beats just now with that riff.
And then so that's like, okay, that could be like the verse, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we could sing on top of this. Here we go. In Japanese. I was like, maybe I go back to that beginning riff. That doesn't sound good at all. And then I have no clue what this is. So
I like that part. I like how it dropped.
There's no distortion or anything on this.
I love the way it dropped like that.
And then this last part, who knows? You ready? Oops, here we go. Yeah, I think this was supposed to be the riff. Here we go. I don't even know what the hell's going on. That's what I was able to create in my COVID fog. And then my body said stop. So then I stopped.
That's dope.
So Grim, I don't know. Can you mess with this? That's pretty. It's pretty rocky right there, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It says 154.
Oh, okay.
But
that's cool.
That's kind of like double time. So like you could cut that in half and whatever, like 70.
Because I'm not thinking to make it. My mind is not hip. It's hard to do for me a hip hop anime because like most of it is like either techno or heavy metal rock, techno.
You got to check out Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Yeah, I mean, and also even the Boondocks is not necessarily an anime.
Yeah,
but they used animators to do that show,
Yeah,
and that has a hip hop intro. There's a couple there's a couple animes that have hip hop intros,
man.
and they're pretty much straight up hip hop. It's not even like anything crazy.
Like, I want to say, it's weird because like I hear, you know, Samurai Champloo, then you got Afro Samurai, but those are like particular, like especially Afro Samurai. You know what I'm saying? It's like weird. It's weird. It's like me. I'm more or less looking at all the anime I watch and trying to build something from that versus like, okay, I'm gonna look at something that's a little bit more hip hopish because Samurai Champloo is like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It has like a hip hop vibe to
Mhm.
the anime,
Mm.
which makes the music stand out even more. But
Here we go. Here we go. Oh wait, let's make that a little bit more funky, huh? This is just I'm just throwing a step sequencer in here. Doom to the cut. Do cut. Ready? Let's try this. Okay, that did not work out the way I wanted it to. But if you made like see the like a real drums like this on top of like a rocky song, I don't know how well that would go together.
maybe for a breakdown or something, or you know, a bridge. But
Yeah, maybe not. Okay. I will give up the reins. Here you go, Grim.
all right, guys. Give me those. Give me those. Oh, you have to give me permission.
Oh crap, sorry. And Education Beats gives us an update in the chat. He says that if you're on the pre-order list, those packages are on the way. So anyone who pre-ordered his book, your packages are on the way with a specialness inside. And then I don't know what that means, but some special stuff. All right, you should be able to do it now. Go, sir. It's the Grim and Cheeky show today.
Grim and Cheeky show. Boom, boom, boom. That's what caused the crash.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
I just have the three sequence breakdown just for idea. But that's what I have. But that's the idea, and I was breaking it. There's some couple more things I have ideas for, but that's my start. As far as you know, an active intro.
Yeah.
I wanted you to play some guitars like that. You know what I'm saying? Some active, just active, because most of like anime is like it's real active in the intros. It's a
Yeah,
lot going on.
it's like
a lot of
tension
energy.
building on that
Yeah,
third part too. The blip blop
Yeah.
blip blop.
So yeah, that's what I have so far, and I'm gonna change it because those guitars you have is pretty nice.
Yeah, do you want me to bounce mine out and just send it to you?
Yeah, you can send it to me, bro.
Okay.
And I'll just
Collab,
yeah.
impromptu collab.
They have an analog sound for that anyway. use sim sounds for other stuff in the background, but it's always like a live guitar, bass, drums, techno stuff in the back, sim sounds. But that's about it.
Nice. Nice. Love it.
Indeed.
Love it. Okay, so we have 2 ideas this week that we got to share. So I'm not sure. I guess we will just push it to next week and finish up what we got, and then maybe E will be here. I'm not sure if he's going to be because he's probably on his book tour signing. I can play some more music. Let me play one more track.
Lay it.
This week? Saskatchewan.
He's doing the Canadian leg of his. Yo, how much snow did you guys get? Did you guys get crushed over there or what?
Not too bad. Not like maybe like I want to say 3-4 inches. I mean, from what I saw, but some of it went away. Then it was, how Buffalo is.
Yeah.
No real snow in Jersey City. We had some snow, but it didn't stick.
Yeah, Buffalo, late March, early April's last hurrah days.
Yeah. I was just wondering because I saw like all those videos of, I don't know what it was, like in Pennsylvania, just crazy blizzard and the interstate and all that stuff. All right, we're gonna play one more track. We got a little more music here. So this is another sneak peek of is my screen being shared? I don't think so. One second. Did I do this the wrong way?
That flute, man, that flute pack is crazy, bro. I'm getting that. I am getting that.
Just wait, man. You ready? You're about to get another sneak peek right now. Here we go. Okay, can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So none of this is mixed, but we have a couple more sneaks of the flute and guitar sample pack that's going to be coming out pretty soon. I'm about 90% done. And I'm just going to share a couple of the other loops that are in this. So let me unmute this stuff, and then I'm going to solo all of this. Here we go. So I'm going to play a couple of these tracks and just let you listen to it, and then I'm going to bring some stuff in. So here we go. So here's a lot of trilling going on here.
That's
so
crazy.
And it's a lot of cool harmonies too. So yeah, this one composition, it looks like it's just like a 16 bar loop, I think, and or 8 bar loop, and it's just a lot of, like, you could just solo one of those little trilly flutes out, and you could sample that and just do crazy stuff with it, because and then they're all harmonized too. So I have this mixed like all over the place, like I'm panning it just so it's like not blowing the speakers because these are all like maxed out. You can see the audio is pretty heavy up there. And then you get like some chord structure. I built a beat off of it just to kind of hear how it would sound. You get chord structure with the guitar. The guitar is going to be pretty dry. Like I'm not really putting a lot of effects on this version of the guitar, but the next version of the guitar has a lot of effects on it. Just like a chorus effect. So yeah, there's sneak peek number 2. This track, I got a bunch of them. There's going to be 10 total compositions. And I might as well just play one more because why not, right? Since we're playing music. So sneak peek number 3 is coming around the corner here. Let's do this one. And I think I counted, I'm already at like, we're close to like 60, like 67 actual loops within the kit. So here is the next one. Oh, that's not playing, is it? What the heck? Let me share my screen again. Here's the next sneak peek. That's all you get. That's all you get. But yeah, each time, you know, one thing I want to add in here is like just like some pads so people could kind of reference like another tonal center, so you could kind of like listen to the chords. Just with the guitar. And you could just like take that and make something out of it. So it's just kind of like groove, a little bit slow, 86 BPM. And then when you add all those flutes in it, with like the harmonies, like you could really make a full track out of that whole thing. And even just one of those, you could just chop that up and do whatever you want with it. So yeah, there's sneak peek number 3. The loop, the flute and guitar loops.
It's funny. I'm still listening to the beat I was playing with from the first flute.
Oh yeah.
Samples you play. Yeah, man. That flute pack is crazy, bro.
Well, it'll almost
from what you just played is like it's going up and up and up, bro. So
yeah, man, I'm really excited. And I think I wanna you know, I want to keep doing these. You know, we got to keep doing these. This is just one. I mean, Grim. I would say that you should even just like take the whole kit once it's ready and lay some drums down. We could just do a whole drum kit. You know, just drum loops.
It's funny because I got 4. I had stopped for a second, but I'm gonna dust off this MP, man, and get some sounds. I decided to just dust it off and just try to get something from there, just to, you know, give it a warm sound too, you know.
Yeah.
Different, because I don't want everything to be VST sound, you know, sounding like a VST or something like that. I want it to sound real heavy, so I'm gonna break out the dinosaur.
I got, and also a drummer I'm working with. We're kind of working on something slow and steady too. So, yeah, once that's ready, there's gonna be like a bunch of drum stuff. If you get a drum pack ready, I'm gonna have my drummer. We're kind of working on something where he's gonna be playing loops, and we're gonna put a bunch of different effects on his drums, and try to put something out there that's like different. You know what I mean? Like really
spacey.
Yeah, just effects. So that way, when you get it, you can kind of get inspired right away. You don't have to like F around and put all the effects on it. It'll be sounding pretty dope.
And that's what I'm getting to, like, you know, as I examined a couple of other people that in their drum kits. I don't take nothing from anybody, but it's like you have to. I was trying to make them like raw and heavy as possible, but you have to spice them up, you know, put a texture to it so it stands out from the other drum kits that, you know, that's out there.
Yeah.
Because there's so many drum patterns, actual drum patterns you can play. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I think everything is like texturized and how you flip it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right.
Good stuff,
all right,
bro.
Good stuff.
Listen to this man, dude.
Flutes. Release the flutes.
Play this beat one more time.
Did you add anything else to it or no?
Nah, this one I just kept it simple, bro. I enjoy the flute by itself, you know.
Yeah.
No bread. I'll just take the patty. So, you know, it's dope, bro. I love flute, so you know, it's like it's organic. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get a live flute player, like
Yeah, man.
it's like band class 101. Like
Yes. Yep. Bounce that. I'll send you mine. You send me yours.
Yeah,
send me this.
You,
because this is.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
This is more down south, like you know. But the flute just go with it.
Yo, and the separation with the highs and the lows is like perfect for a lyricist to just sit there in the middle. You know what I mean?
Bro, I love the way y'all organize the layout so far. You know, separating everything. Because you get some packs, you'll get, you know, a different. You get like 4 waves for each pack, but you'll get a lot of sounds that's combined. Kind of limit you. Me as a sampler, you know what I'm saying? I like to get into the details or get into the tiny aspects of each loop. Like if I could get every sound tracked out, that's dope for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because then you could just do whatever the hell you want with it, you know?
Yeah. It's more options. I don't know.
That's nice, man.
Disguise it.
Yeah, I'll bounce out the rock stuff for the Anison stuff, and then you bounce that out in MP3. Just pass it to me.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Matter of fact, it's done. Ding dong ding.
Guys, I gotta get out. It's been great.
Yep.
It's been great.
Hope to see y'all next week.
Yes.
Absolutely. We will do it again next Monday. Peace, P.
Peace.
And we should just call it then. This was an episode where we kind of got bogged down this week, so we're gonna hit you back next week. I think we're gonna do part 2 of Anison, and we're gonna have some more tracks. E is gonna share his, if he's here, if he's not, on his book tour, and then if anything changes, we'll tweet about it. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. Tell another producer friend, any artists you know that like to watch the process for making music, to subscribe to 3 Beats Later. Also, Instagram and Twitter, we're at 3 Beats Later. Right here, just like over my head. I don't know if you could see it right. Yeah. Bling. And then yeah, that's it. Grim, any last notes there?
Stay safe. Don't get slapped out there, guys.
If someone is walking straight up at you
With a smile. Brace yourself.
Yes. I think, at what point did he realize that he was about to get smacked?
After he got smacked.
He didn't see it coming at all. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't see it coming. It's like, oh, yeah. Will Smith slapped shit out, man. It's like,
all right.
Damn.
Stay safe out there. Watch out.
Peace.
And have a good one. Peace.